what I wanted to do is take a moment now to have you see somebody who's taken the new data science capabilities and really taken those to the next level. To tell his story, please help me in welcoming an army of one, Jean-Paul Beauchemin, People Analytics at TripAdvisor.
So first of all, I apologize in advance if you couldn't see me walk out. I realized way too late that these shoes were essentially Domopalooza camouflage. But anyways, at TripAdvisor, I strongly believe that our most valuable asset is not our software, it's not our website, it's not our headquarters, it's our people. And that may sound really cliche. I guess every HR department says that all the time. But it's cliche because it's true, and it's true for every single person in this room as well. And if you don't believe me, just come find me over the next couple days, and I'll definitely convince you otherwise. So knowing that our people are our most valuable asset, common sense tells us we want to keep them for longer, especially our best people. So we want to improve retention, and we want to reduce employee turnover. Now, that's a hot topic for everybody. I don't think that's unique to TripAdvisor. But what we wanted to do was take our understanding of retention and turnover to the next level. Lots of people had anecdotal evidence or theories about what actually drives retention. But did we know for sure? We wanted to take a more scientific approach, and we wanted to truly understand what were the levers that drive retention. What can we do to pull those levers to increase retention? So we realized there were a couple different solution options for us. And the first one was what we call the software solution. So this is like an application that maybe exists outside of Domo, or that you could layer on top of Domo potentially. And there's a lot of great things about these applications. They're really quick to use, easy to set up, they look nice. But when we really dug into the details, we realized that they were kind of a black box solution. Now, I've been saying that term for a couple years now, and I've seen it all over data science journals, but I feel like maybe they owe me a little bit of money because I really think I coined it. Nonetheless, the reason we couldn't have a black box solution is because we're trying to study and anticipate employee behavior, human behavior. And when it comes to human behavior, we need to trust what we're doing, and we need to be able to understand the back end. So we knew that wasn't the solution for us. We also knew that a staffing solution wouldn't really be our solution, because at TripAdvisor, like Adam said, I'm an army of one. It's really difficult in a medium or even big-sized company to build out a large team in an embedded analytics function, such as one inside HR. So we can't just hire people and throw bodies at the solution. That wasn't going to go really well for us. So what did we do? We realized really quickly that our best option was to utilize the partnership that we already had with Domo. See, I want to tell you just for a second about our data science journey in people analytics at TripAdvisor. Like everybody else, in HR, we're trying to move from descriptive analytics to predictive analytics, and ultimately prescriptive. To describe a problem isn't enough, you got to solve it, right? So, using our existing partnership with Domo, we built out what some might call a consulting engagement, but it really felt more unique than that, right? Where we had to start from scratch, right? I've got an analyst skill set, I've got the business skill set, but I had to learn data science. And obviously, I'm not going to become an expert on the subject. But in order for us to move from descriptive to predictive in a fast way, we really needed Domo, right? So that turned out to be the great solution for us. And why was it a great solution? Because for our descriptive analytics, all of our data is already in Domo. We've got most of our HR data is coming out of Workday. We've got survey data coming out of Qualtrics. We've got talent data coming out of Greenhouse. We've got all this great industry benchmark data that lives in a spreadsheet or on somebody's email. And in Domo, we can pull that all together really quickly. So we're already doing it for our descriptive analytics. why not do it for everything else, right? So what else was good about having it all in one place? We can clean and structure our data in an environment that I'm already used to, right? So I have to learn a whole bunch of new skills with the help of the Domo team. Why not do it in a place that I already know is great and that I'm already familiar with, and I don't have to learn something new? So obviously, we needed to be able to choose the right model, because if you know anything about data science, you know there's thousands of different use cases, right? So by partnering with the Domo team, we were able to test 8 to a dozen different models and eventually find one that was perfect for us, and that was a regression model. This afternoon, we got a breakout session. If any of you are there, you'll hear tons more details about the specifics of our initiative. But here's what was really cool. We could productionize our model right in Domo. So we didn't have to pull all the work we did out and put it somewhere else and then go back to our visualizations. No, we already had it right there in Domo. And that includes using scripting tiles to actually train the model or retrain the model. So ultimately, none of that matters if we can't deliver it to the business, right? So the most important thing about doing data science in Domo is that exact sentence. You're doing data science in Domo. So your executives, your internal customers, they're already used to looking at all these things, right? The best thing about a data science dashboard in Domo is that it looks like everything else in Domo. They don't have to be some sort of data professional to understand it. And then, of course, last but not least, everybody says this. I learned this phrase from my Domo partner on this project, but data science projects are never done. They're only due. So obviously, things change, right? If we're doing a good job, that means that the levers that we've pulled have worked, and it's time to pull some new levers and take it to the next level. Well, using alerts in Domo, we let Domo tell us when it's time to retrain the model. And of course, last but not least, mobile access is critical, because as all you Domo customers already know, what's cooler than having your executives in a meeting and somebody says, hey, what levers are really driving attrition or retention these days? And how's that been changing over the last 6 months since we did this project? And they can pull up their mobile phone and just answer the question right away. So just to leave you with one parting thought, especially if you're a small team, or if you're new to data science, or even if you've already got expertise in-house, leverage that partnership with Domo that you already have, because it's a fantastic resource, and they know what they're doing, and they can help you take it to the next level. Thank you.